it's me, Ninja Nox, and Ninja Spidey Daddy. And we're doing a tier list on every chronological Spider-Man movie. And if you want to know the rules, basically we rate every single Spider-Man movie that's out there, not the MCU movies that has Spider-Man.
And not Venom movies.
Just Sony Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 1, a classic.
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. You get the origin of Spidey.
You get Green Goblin, which is a great
The
villain.
origin of Green Goblin, too. Yeah. They introduce Harry as his best friend. Yeah. I love it.
It's just not as good as, Spider-Verse or something.
Okay, where are you going to put it? So
I'm going to put it in A or S.
Where are you thinking, though? Yeah, I think it's one of those two. It's not B. It's not B or lower. It's got to be A or S. What are you thinking, Ninja Nox?
I'm thinking it's an A+.
An A, though. It's in the A category.
It's A.
I think it's a strong A.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And then we go to Spider-Man 2, which I see
It's a
right
solid sequel. What can I say?
there. Oh, I love Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, like Dr. Octopus.
Doc Ock, yeah.
Perfect villain, I think.
It's every bit as good a movie as the first one.
I don't know.
This is the movie where he stops the train? Is that Spider-Man 2? Or is that Spider-Man 1? I'm blending
it's
them
Spider-Man
together.
2.
Okay, yeah, that's an iconic scene.
Yes.
Iconic scene.
Okay, I feel like I should put it above or lower.
I mean, I know most people have it as better than the first, which is an awesome thing to say about a sequel. But what I would say is it's every bit as good. I love origin stories.
Yeah.
But I also love Spider-Man 2. It's
great. It's just great.
Yeah,
but
it really
I
is.
will have to put it lower to the classic because it's the classic.
Yeah.
Now we're at the third Spider-Man movie. A bit of a step down, but
A bit?
not a lot.
It's a
step.
leap down, yeah.
Leap
It's
down.
not even close to as good. It's Sam Raimi kind of got into his bag and just did a lot of silly Sam Raimi cheesy
He literally went
cuts
to his
and-
bag and he was like, "What do we have left for the Spider-Man series?" Oh my gosh, goofiness.
So the one thing I would say is Sandman is awesome in this movie.
True.
They do a good job of building the character of Sandman, but the visuals are just awesome. Especially back for when this came out, the CGI for Sandman was awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome,
like,
yeah.
I don't think it should
But they
be.
also make Harry into the Green Goblin, but he's like a snowboarding.
Yeah,
Green
that was
Goblin.
cool. And
I
Venom
didn't
was
like
a little
that.
bit. I didn't. Venom was just a
and
terrible
Venom-
actor. I don't think it should be C, but maybe B.
B?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, C.
I think we got a lot of great movies here, and I think this is one of the worst ones.
Yes, it's probably one of the worst ones.
Now, it's kind of memeable, right? Like, it gives you
Yeah.
the dancing, strutting
Yeah, like-
Peter Parker being a bad guy with his black leather on and
Yeah,
all that silliness.
Bully Parker.
Bully Parker, is that what they call him?
I think that's what it called.
That's funny. Oh, yeah, to get on up. Yeah. All right.
Next one
The
is
Amazing Spider-Man 1.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty good movie. Like the Lizard was a good villain.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield
Was a great-
perfect Spider-Man.
Yes,
Perfect
like-
Spider-Man.
Like they just got all the comedy and the action, and
Yeah.
the sciencey stuff about.
I
Spider-Man.
love they showed his science side. I love that Andrew Garfield just slams a home run out of the park with his Spider-Man. He's quippy, he's funny, he's long, he's slender.
Yeah.
He looks a lot more like a Todd McFarlane drawn Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like Peter Parker's not supposed to be cool. And Andrew Garfield is just so stinking cool. Like Tobey Maguire, not that cool. So for him playing the nerdy side of Peter Parker came, I think, pretty easily. But Andrew Garfield is just so cool that it was hard for him not to play a cool Peter Parker. And I think
Exactly.
his Peter Parker he seems like a real character. He seems like an authentic person.
Yes, like
It's just not as nerdy as Peter Parker is in the comics.
correct,
you know?
correct. Like
But I
He's
love
just
the
his-
introduction of his character. I love the intrigue about the loss of his parents. They get to that even more in this next movie.
Yeah.
And I thought the Lizard was a cool character. I thought that character was kind of a sympathetic character. I liked how it's his desire to grow back his arm and to improve humanity. But then when he injects himself, he like goes insane.
yeah, like literally goes bonkers. A?
I really like it. I don't know what you want to do with it. I wouldn't have it in C, but I would have it in A or B. For me, it's an A.
I'll put it in A.
Yeah, for
but
me
I
it
don't
is.
think it's these Toby movies.
Oh, really? The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, it has. I think it has one of the best Spider-Man Peter Parker suits.
Okay, so I don't know the difference between the suit between Amazing 1 and Amazing 2.
He has yellow lenses in the Spider-Man one.
They're yellow?
Yeah, and like they're also smaller, which I didn't like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I
So
just
it's a
think
little
this
more
is
comics accurate in the
yes,
second one?
it's very more comic accurate.
Okay, but who are the villains in this movie? I know they introduced Harry Osborn.
and they
He
introduced
becomes the Green Goblin and
Electro.
Electro. Yeah, and Jamie Foxx plays Electro. He took a lot of flack for that. He plays him as a man with mental illness, and
Yeah.
and instead of it being taken really seriously, a really isolated man who's troubled mentally, he's brilliant as an engineer and inventor, but he is troubled. Instead of playing it in the serious way that I think they kind of wanted it to be taken, instead people just mocked it and made a joke about it, and that I think it came across in very poor taste. Green Goblin I thought was terrible, but as a movie it just does not work. Here's what I will say: this movie, of all the live-action Spider-Man,
Oh, yeah, I know what he's gonna
has
say.
I think the best single scene in any Spider-Man movie when Gwen Stacy dies.
yeah.
Gwen Stacy's death is perfection. You feel her death in a way that not just a Spider-Man movie, in a way that the comic book movies rarely make you feel someone's mortality.
Like
When he does all he can to hold back the Goblin, his best friend, by the way, who's gone insane, to save the love of his life, Gwen Stacy. Man, that shot is beautiful. Like, he shoots out his web, and I remember the web looks like a hand that's reaching out for her.
Yeah.
Like, it is beautiful. It's like A++. That moment, that scene, those 40 seconds or whatever, is maybe the best scene of any live-action Spider-Man ever. It is so heartbreaking. The
Yeah, it's
best
just
parts
like-
of these movies, the Amazing Spider-Man movie, is the Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy romance and
Exactly.
relationship. It is beautiful.
Exactly.
It's funny. It's cute. Their chemistry's perfect. And so it makes you feel her death. And so
R.I.P..
while this movie is a big mess, I would say it did do some things right. And that death scene for Gwen Stacy is perfection.
I think
It's heartbreaking. It's
I
heartbreaking.
think it should go with the 3. Homecoming, great movie, man.
Yeah.
Vulture was so much better in the movie than the comics.
Michael Keaton is Adrian
Like they
Toomes
got
the Vulture.
they got the perfect actor to play Vulture.
Killer in this movie.
Exactly. Like you can just like, oh, he's a good villain.
And it's so good all the way through. You got Iron Man that shows up several times. He believes in
Yeah.
Spider-Man. He believes in Peter Parker. He empowers him. I mean, that's the choice. Is it S or is it A?
It's hard, but
All right. So it's definitely better than the Amazing Spider-Man.
yeah, but I think it's.
Is it better than the Tobey
I don't think
Maguires?
it's one of the best S's. I think it's actually one of the worst S's.
So you
but
have
it
it-
is S. Just Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, Into the
Don't-
Spider-Verse.
One of the best movies. It's like second place. Like second place Spider-Man movie. I'm not telling you first place yet. But it is so good.
Perfection. So what are some of the things you love about Into the Spider-Verse?
Okay, the character development with Miles and Peter B. Parker, like
Yeah.
their relationship.
Yep.
And I also like the ship with Gwen and Miles.
They kind of hint at it, just a little
Yes.
bit. They hint at it a little bit.
And like the villain is also really good.
I was gonna say, dude, Kingpin is so menacing.
And, like,
he's like
King-
the size of 6 dudes.
That makes me feel like he can fight Spider-Man.
All the voice actors are perfectly cast.
Exactly.
Jake Johnson as Peter B. Parker is one of my favorite movie characters. Just forget superheroes. One of my favorite movie characters of all time is Jake Johnson as Peter B. Parker. He is
Okay.
perfection. Everyone's perfection in this movie.
Yes,
the relationship he
everything.
has with his dad and his mom.
Yes.
That they develop even more in the next movie, but it's so good even in this movie, especially with his dad in this movie. Aaron?
Oh, we forgot one of the most important things.
Go.
The animation.
Oh, it's
Obviously
It's-
perfection.
It's the greatest animation.
Ah,
It's S, and it's got to be that top. Can you not
Right,
swap
dang it.
them? There we go. Yeah, it's definitely better than the Homecoming.
yes.
and Homecoming's
in
awesome.
every way.
It's just A++++++. Everything's good. The music. We didn't even talk about the
Yeah,
music.
the music. What's up, danger?
Yeah, when he jumps from that skyscraper and he's falling down, the city's like swallowing him up. Like, it's so incredible.
Next up is Far From Home.
Yeah, Far
Pretty
From
good movie.
Home. Yeah, I like Far From Home.
Yeah, I would put it definitely in A.
Yeah. It's definitely as good as some of those A movies, for sure.
I personally think it's better than The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, No Way Home. Oh, the nostalgia. We haven't even gotten to the nostalgia nostalgia.
It's one of the greatest moments of nostalgia ever put on film.
Yes.
You get all three of your Spider-Men that you love. And that they
Tom
all...
Holland being like actual crazy after like his Aunt May died. Like,
Yeah,
he
Aunt-
went like
Aunt May
he wanted
dies.
to kill Green Goblin because he killed his mother.
Yeah.
His aunt.
Yeah, his mother figure, yeah.
Mother figure, yeah. It's just like, that would hurt me too.
Doctor
And,
Strange is in it.
I would
He's
just
great.
feel every moment for Peter. And it's just like, oh my gosh, Peter, I'm so sorry.
Where are you going to rate it? It's S. or A?
S.
S, okay. All right.
Okay.
You put it above Homecoming?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
The newest and the perfect sequel.
All right.
In the greatest details and the Easter eggs, the everything, like the character development.
All of the characters take a good step forward, yeah.
Yeah, and the animation gets a little bit better.
Yeah, the animation is even more experimental and amazing.
Yeah.
Introduces a lot of great new characters.
Miguel
The Spot-
O'Hara.
Miguel O'Hara, the Spot. Those are two new
The
characters.
Spot is gonna be the main villain for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Canon events.
Right.
That was
kind of
cool
like
lore.
incursions, kind of like in the Marvel universe.
And
yeah.
now it's become a meme. Like Miguel O'Hara just pops up, like when you're trying to save your friend, and he's like, "It's a canon event."
Yeah, Gwen kind of took the role that Peter B had.
Yeah.
In the first movie, like she's kind of in the first movie, it's Miles is 1, and then Peter B's 1A. Like they're right
And
next to
then
each other.
and now
But
it's
Gwen takes that
Miles and
position.
Gwen. I think it's the best Spider-Man movie.
Of all, you think it's the very best?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. So we've got 4 S tier Spider-Man movies. What are they?
Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Across the Spider-Verse.
And so then A tier is Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Far From Home, and then the Amazing Spider-Man,
Yes.
the first one. So those are our A ones. And then we don't have any Bs, which is interesting. Then we have a couple Cs. What are they?
Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man...
The Amazing
Spider-Man 2.
2. Okay. So that's your tier list, right?
Yes.
All right, good. Well, we'll come back later. We'll have more tier lists for you guys. Say bye, Ninja Knox.
Bye!